Sho'Nuff, and I want to say thank you for coming onto this video. You know, basically, it's going to be a bit long, as pretty much something I've already done before. Here I'm with my best friend and my good boy for I don't know how many years, Mr. Lightbreaker himself.
Hey everyone.
And he's of course from youtube.com/HyperRacerStudios, correct?
That's right.
And I want to actually talk to you guys about something that you know, that's what's been latent on my, not just only in my heart, but what's been on my mind as of recently. And of course I want to say first off, for everybody that has seen my video and I was very passionate about it, I want to say thank you guys. All right, I want to say thank you guys for not only just watching that video. First off, I want to say main event status, man. I have watched your channel for years. I have known about you for years. I've even added you on my PSN, even though we never got a chance to really play against each other or even, you know, kind of just talk with one another. But I want to say thank you, man, you know, from the bottom of my heart, dog. Seriously, because, you know, you have definitely pervaded a straight voice and a straight head to everybody out there in terms of what's really going on in our gaming community, and let alone our gaming society. And right now, you know what I'm saying, it's like it's still in shambles, but I personally believe in good hope and good faith, and by His grace, you know, that there will be a turnaround, you know, say a positive turnaround in our communities, man. And you made a lot of sense in your videos, man. And personally, I'm like you. I don't care about anybody's, you know, how many views you got, how many, you know, how many subscribers you have. I mean, personally, for me, if any of my videos was to even hit the 4 or 5 figures like it used to be on one of my old videos, on my old channels, that's great. You know what I'm saying? Or even let alone if I even receive 6 to 7 figures or 8 figures of subscribers, that's perfect, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm out here just to showcase that I'm a gamer and I'm a lover of Christ. And more so, you know what I'm saying? I'm you know, I personally believe that I just truly desire a positive stance in our communities, man, especially on my channel. So I want to say thank you, man, for retweeting my stuff, and I really do appreciate it. I really appreciate for everybody that's been, you know, commenting on my channel, that's been commenting on that video, that has definitely you know, been showing and sharing and everything else. So a big shout out to Ryu Collins, you know, to new subscribers, to Clay Osmic. Thank you guys. You know what I'm saying? It really means a lot. But even then, it's, you know, it's all talk, but now it's all about the actions, man. It's all about the actions of what can we do to make our communities better. And you know, so with that, you know, I want to encourage everybody, please share that video, you know, to everybody else. Share that video. I have a speech impediment, so you know what I'm saying, so I may come off a bit too passionate, but I would tell you what, man, you know, I'm not sorry for it. I would normally say, hey man, I hope, you know, you guys forgive me for it. No, I want to tell y'all, man, that I'm being serious when I say, you know, I'm not sorry for it, man. And if somebody was to ridicule it or talk bad about it, then so be it. But I'm not apologizing. I'm not apologizing to it. I'm not apologizing about it, and I'm not going to necessarily, you know, say anything bad or talk trash about anybody. I meant what I said in the video, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So with that, I'm just looking for some videos, you know, while you guys can kind of watch while I'm, you know, I'm just going to watch some, basically just put on some videos so you guys can watch while you listen to me. So my thing of it is that, and I'm going this route because, you know, I just want people to watch it and people to understand where I'm coming from with this. So, you know, in terms of, you know, our stream and everything else, it goes to editing. I'm not lazy, but in the end overall, this is just something I really wanted to do. So, in any event, my thing of it is this: when it comes to what's, you know, what this video is about. So here are my thoughts right now in lieu of that passionate video I've done. So I've been hearing that Street Fighter V has underperformed. And true enough, I've kind of figured that Street Fighter V was going to underperform. I figured that it wasn't going to really, you know, reach any sales quotas in terms of the game's potential. And the game does have quite a you know, quite a decent potential. But the problem I really have with with Street Fighter 5 is that the game is definitely has definitely slacked. All right, and this is supposed to be the premier fighting game. All right, and when I say this is a premier fighting game, I'm gonna put it to you like this. I'm just gonna be completely real with y'all. This is my thing when it comes to Street Fighter 5, the underperformance, and how we can actually see in good perspective where this may head. And this is just a theoretical prediction, but I want you guys to really understand this. So Street Fighter 5 is underperformed, and the thing of it is that it's just an incomplete game. Now, Capcom can say all day that they rushed the product and they're very sorry about it, and to this effect, what they're going to do is they're going to simply make sure that their games are complete and they have the Q&A right and all that jazz. But you have a problem with that. That's smokescreen. Whether anybody wishes to believe that or not, it's to your interpretation. But from my perspective, it is smokescreen. And I'm going to give you the reason why. You see, the thing of it is that in terms of being smokescreen, Capcom knew what they was doing. Capcom knew, in fact, and indeed, what they were doing with their product. They knew that when they released the product, it was going to be exclusive to the PlayStation 4. They had financial backings with Sony in terms of production and keeping closely to their business structure and how they're going to release their content, everything else. This is Sony now, so this is Sony that's helping out Capcom, all right? And Capcom had a major opportunity to turn their franchise around. This is supposed to be a fresh clean slate from all the muck-up that was Street Fighter 4, all right? From Street Fighter 4 to Super Street Fighter 4 to its 2012, 14, all these iterations to Ultra Street Fighter 4, which is even a colossal mess, all right? So, granted, these games may purvey fun to anybody that wants to approach it from either a competitive level or even a casual level. But the problem of it is that there's no escaping that these games were a complete muck-up. When I even mentioned in my past channel about Marvel 3 and how it was going to really deter the franchise into something what Capcom shouldn't even go to, people didn't want to believe that. Marvel 3 started off to be a phenomenal game, only for when the game started to really crack and break. You know what I'm saying, with these loops and everything else, it went straight back to Marvel 2. All right, people didn't want to believe that. People just want to utterly believe that the game was absolutely incredible. It's the best game that Capcom has ever created, and thus it was more of like, wow, you guys are alienating what the FGC is truly about, fighting games. You guys are alienating other fighting games out there that was absolutely amazing. So what happens? Well, Ultimate 3 happens. Ultimate 3 is basically the complete version of Marvel 3, of Marvel 3 Vanilla, only to be even more of a unstructural, or rather a misstructure, or even if that even such a word, to just even say that the game is even more of a colossal mess. And it was and the thing of it is that game underperformed. That game underperformed in just only 6 figures, a very low 6 figures. Maybe like 164,000 units that was sold? If not even 624, I'm pretty sure that it was between those numbers. But even then, it was only 6 figures that is sold. And that's a colossal fail. So take notes of the word colossal and how it has associated itself with Capcom. But yet everybody has believed in the quote-unquote hype of these fighting games, the quote-unquote hype of what Capcom would do for the quote-unquote for the FGC, for the fighting games and whatnot. And yet when you have better games out there that was better performing, such as King of Fighters 13, and that game was absolutely phenomenal. You have these other fighting games that was doing it big. In the end, all everybody thought about was just Street Fighter. And I'm sorry, and maybe I'm going to hurt some feelings, and I'm going to hurt everybody's feelings in terms of the Street Fighter fans out there. Hey, I'm a fan as well. I grew up on Street Fighter. So bullcrap if anybody thinks that you know, well, hey, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. No, I'm very sorry to tell you I do. All right? I'm very sorry to tell you that if I hurt your feelings, I'm not, you know, I'm least worried about that. Because the fact remains is that at the end of the day, Street Fighter V was a colossal mess. Okay? I mean, I'm starting to notice how, you know, excuse me. The guy, let me go to his name. I just tend to forget the guy, the character's name. But I just tend to really forget the character's name. Yeah, I just forgot this. You know what I'm saying? Because I know Guile is out. Alex, that's his name.
Yeah.
So this was my thing about Alex. Alex is supposed to be free for like a month, then like for maybe like a few weeks, and then afterwards, you were supposed to you know, purchase him by using the in-game currency. Well, he's free now, and that's including Guile. Guile is free. So something is telling me, and maybe I've been off the knockers, or I've not really been reading up on my. I try to stray away from negative news and stuff like that, or just unnecessary news that's not going to really necessarily truly affect me. But to be really honest with you, and what's really funny is that, is that these games, like, these characters are free in this game now. So this is something I'm not understanding. Like, they're available. So maybe Capcom is absolutely compensating these players, or us, that owns these games, that owns Street Fighter V, and you know what I'm saying, it's just from that colossal mess. But like I said, it's smokescreen. And the reason why I say it's smokescreen is because Capcom knew what they were doing. They knew exactly. I personally feel that if I was to unconsciously make a mistake as to release a game, okay, without even, you know what I'm saying, and not knowing for the fact that it is an incomplete game. If I release something that's incomplete with my knowledge, and they have to write a public statement, write a public apology just for the quality of the game itself, weeks, months after the criticism, weeks, months after these games were released, even after the first character was released, you mean to honestly tell me that you want to say that, oh man, geez, we're sorry and things like that? You mean to honestly tell me that, oh, we understand, Capcom? Am I supposed to say that? Am I supposed to say, I understand? No, you knew this and you got caught up. And that was the final straw. That was the final straw with all the players out there that has absolutely enjoyed the Street Fighter games, especially ones the casual audiences. And I want you guys to understand something. Yeah, there are casual audiences out there that play fighting games. Yes, there are casual audiences out there, and I understand. I'm going to take it from a different perspective. Yes, I understand and want to release the game as early to, you know, for the tournament scenes and for the championships and all that. Yes, I completely understand that. I understand that, you know, there are hardcore players out there that wants to revert right back to the games where you learn that the games does not necessarily just hold your hand, but instead you have to basically find your tech, learn it, and you go from there. So we as a community can share amongst one another how to put, you know what I'm saying, you know, how this tech works. I get it. And I understand, you know, the scene changes. The gaming elements has changed, times change, along with gaming elements. I get that. I mean, I can understand that it just gets boring if the game was to stick with the same, was to be stuck at the same old element over and over again. I get that. But the thing of it is, at the same time, is that Capcom, overall, you have to think of, I mean, yeah, I understand you have to think for everybody else, but man, you have to also think, man, that this is supposed to be an exclusive to PC and the PS4. You mean to tell me that you release an incomplete game? You've done it in the past. Look at Marvel 3. Look at Ultimate 3. And the Ultimate 3 was a colossal mess. And look at every other game that has so much franchise potential that you completely ruined. I don't even want to mention Mega Man Legends 3. I definitely don't want to mention, you know, Darkstalkers. even though you know from what's been said, you guys are gonna continue with it. And we don't want to even mention Devil May Cry. We don't want to mention these games because overall, it's that wow, you're revisiting old Capcom games like Resident Evil 6, 5, and then 4. I mean, what is next? What is next in your creativity, man? What is next? Because with Street Fighter 5, granted, it sold very well, but right now, to be perfectly honest with you, it has underperformed. And that's a huge, and I want people to understand, out of every fighting game, and this is coming from America, man, an American player who, you know what I'm saying, that has followed these games, to see everybody be so hyped for Street Fighter 5, to be so hyped to say that Street Fighter is supposed to be the best fighting game ever, because that's supposed to be, you know, because that goes into Evo every single time, guaranteed. This is supposed to be the forefront of fighting games. So to hear that a Street Fighter title has underperformed, that's a huge deal, and that's a big blow. And for players to criticize it, that's even more so a colossal, again, that word, colossal disappointment. So that is absolutely crazy. It is completely crazy to see that Street Fighter V has taken a deterrence to criticism, heavy criticism at that. And to marry that with underperformance and then a public apology for the quality of the game, even though you guys acknowledged with the acknowledgement that you guys have released the game too early at that, and it's not so much as too early as opposed to incomplete. You guys are releasing story mode. You guys could have still just released the game right around summertime, around spring, summertime, so that way, you know, all this could be cleared up. You guys could complete the game, add all the features in, and then you could have went on right ahead with your business ventures with this game. But see, the thing of it is, when people thought that, you know, even with Final Round, when you look at Final Round, man, big numbers on the turnout or how many people signed up. Man, do you know it was much of a colossal, again, that word, colossal failure of, you know what I'm saying, of how many players has been DQ'd? How many players have been DQ'd because they never got a chance to even play Street Fighter? And I've been hearing that it's been like this in every other tournament. Huge turnouts for Street Fighter V, but yet so many DQs because there has been some malfunctions in computers or whatever the case may be. Because it's huge. So the tournament organizers has made a lot of money. Only for most of the players have not even got a chance to even, you know, to even compete yet. So as you can see, Street Fighter V has a stigma of colossal mishaps, colossal failures, colossal just everything, man. To be absolutely crazy. So, with this being said, there's a problem. But where's the positive side of this? What is absolutely the predictions, and let alone my thoughts are on this? Well, it's rather simple. Well, when you take a look at it from another side of things, this is absolutely, could possibly be a good thing for the fighting game community. And let alone for us YouTubers to actually start bringing back fighting games to the forefront. And here's what I'm talking about. We have King of Fighters 14 coming out very soon. All right? King of Fighters 14, even though that the game just aesthetically looked just like a PS2 title, is what most people would revere, okay? But as the game has been, you know, as the game has been in production, been going through the revisions, and so much as the developers, as you know, developer SNK Playmore, to look at these games, okay, They look at the games, they look at the criticisms, and they're saying, you know what? Let's go back and increase the quality. Let's increase the quality of the models and everything else, and increase the gameplay structure of King of Fighters 14. Okay, so when you look at this now, let's take a look at some of the memorable facts here, or rather some of the memorable factors here. Well, King of Fighters, a series, has never outperformed a Street Fighter fighting game. Maybe close, but to no cigar. Okay, and if there is, you guys can put it in the comment and give accurate detail, give accurate data, no problems, you know, so that way I can say, okay, next update, hey guys, this is what's been said here, or you know, this is what this here and all that good jazz. But no SNK game, fighting game at that, has ever outperformed a Capcom fighting game, from my understanding. All right, so when you look at this, all right, even though that it has been giving some praises, you know, there's players out there that's built up communities around King of Fighters, Samurai Showdown, Fatal Fury, all these fighting games that were from SNK. They have not received much love, even at the separate Evo. And so much hype was surrounding by King of Fighters 13, and the game was absolutely a fresh concept. It was great. Only just except the game was still overshadowed by Street Fighter. All right. So when you look at these fighting games, and Dark Geese, even the ambassador of SNK fighting games, all right, this guy is the only dude that has promoted King of Fighters. So when you look at King of Fighters 14, everybody is starting to see that there's a major hype behind it. There's absolutely major positive criticism going for it. It is being met with positive views now. People are having some positive expectations for the game now. When more of the trailers has been releasing, the games have starting to look impressive. The game has been, I mean, even with the newest Geese Howard release, rather than the reveal of Geese Howard, he's looking more impressive. Like, these games are starting to feel and look more fresher the more that we start, the more trailer releases have been coming out by SNK Play More. So it looks like they have been paying attention to, to a lot of the criticism, to a lot of the, the constructive criticism, a lot of the notes is being made by us, the fans, actually taking their time to create a quality fighting game. Now, if if King of Fighters 14 were to outperform Street Fighter 5, that's a huge, and I mean absolutely, this is absolutely a huge deal. And this is what's going to say that this is what's going to solidify a brand new, it's going to usher in, it's still, well, here Kojima's already ushering a new gaming era already. It is starting to it's slowly trickling to something good. It's slowly trickling, but I'm telling you right now, guys, we need to usher it in, because we're going to breathe in some very good quality gaming this year and to the next. So let's continue to look at the positive notes on this. With King of Fighters 14 spearheading pretty soon, if this game outperforms Street Fighter 5, we're going to usher in life and games outside of Street Fighter. Because this is going to take a look at this. Now we're going to start seeing some longevity in our fighting games. We're going to start seeing that King of Fighters 14 is going to pave away gamers out there that does not know what King of Fighters is or how good these games were, because all they did was, oh, I just heard that King of Fighters is not good, it's not quality, and they start seeing the backlogs of what the King of Fighters series. They go back and they say, wow, these games are absolutely great. Wow, these SNK made something pretty good with these games. Art of Fighting. Look at Samurai Showdown. Even though many of you guys would say, even for us, even for me, for people in my era, that was, from when Samurai Showdown 2 was out in the arcades, back in the arcade era, you had Samurai Showdown 2 was absolutely phenomenal games, right? So you can say that, wow, maybe SNK can start backlogging on some of these fighting games that are out and can or rather that was then, and maybe we'll start seeing some innovation. Maybe we'll start seeing actual, rather other developers start, taking notes and say, man, wow, you know what? King of Fighters 14 starts spearheading and ushering a new era for fighting games. So we can definitely see something like, say, I don't know, Arcana Hearts starting to get some love finally. Look at Tekken 7, even though it's a 3D fighting game. But think about that for a moment. We can start seeing, that love, that brand new love and that brand new era can even go towards the 3D fighting games. When you look at Tekken 7, Fated Retribution, that game has been impressive by everyone. If you remember the criticism, it's starting to recede. Then for each release and each trailer and in each local testing, or rather each tournament that has featured, Tekken 7, okay, the gamers are starting to see this and they're starting to say, wow, these games are absolutely incredible. Tekken 7 is looking impressive. Man, looking impressive, the game plays impressively. And even though that Tekken Cross Street Fighter is, it's now debunked for a moment, it's been canceled, but take a look at it. Maybe they can start saying, wow, we need to really start pushing for this. Maybe we can push for Tekken Cross Street Fighter finally. Maybe we can start back building this game. Maybe this will encourage, Namco Bandai to actually do a quality Soul Calibur game. Maybe we can start seeing Tecmo Koei, or rather Team Ninja, create Dead or Alive 6. And you look at Dead or Alive 5, whether you love it or hate it, the game has undergone some slew changes, but it is completely have continued to be a really good game. And the longevity on that game has absolutely been astounding. So when you look at this, okay, let's look at some positive notes in this. Maybe this will usher in life outside fighting games, and we could start actually cleaning up some of the issues that's within our FGC and start introducing these fighting games to the players out there, so we can start having versatile tournaments. And yes, I know about Evo's, Honor Evo and all that, and that's good. But we need to start seeing that in every tournament. Whether it's local, whether it's international, we need to start seeing this. We need to start showcasing that, man, these fighting games have absolutely been amazing. These fighting games can result into some great times. Because I'm really kind of sick and tired of having friends that would say, oh man, this game sucks, Street Fighter is just much better and it'll always be better. You know what, you're entitled to your opinion. Doesn't mean it's fact. Alright? Maybe Sega can start getting off their booty. Okay, you hear me, Sega? Get off your buns and start doing Virtua Fighter. There we go. Because if you really remember, guys, maybe we can start ushering in, and this is my prediction, if King of Fighters 14 is as balanced as way it is, and it continues to have that much of a challenge, but at the same time staying true to the core King KOF formula of what it was back from 94, 95, and on up to maybe around KOF 11. And not so much as 13, even though 13 is a great game, personally. KOF 13 is a great game, but it's still different. All right, even the combo system is different. So if KOF 14 were to revert right back to what it was back in the day of KOF, we can start seeing a complete neutrality or a complete balance to the core elements and the core gameplay of what these fighting games were. And we can start seeing some diversity in our games, and we can start having that challenge where we can learn these games and actually pass on down the data to those that really desire some good help in the games. So we may see, oh, you know what? We want hard games again. We want challenging games again. So we may see Virtua Fighter 6. We may see, another Soul Calibur game going back to its roots. We may see, Samurai Shodown 2. We may see these games. We may. I'm not saying there will be, but we may see games like it. We may see that these fighting games can actually usher in and start encouraging more developers to start creating more fighting games for our next-gen consoles. I would like to see things like this. I would like to have more fighting games and more diversity for the PlayStation 4, especially on the PSN. I'd like to see more of this. Man, you know what I'm saying? I mean, in fact, one of the nicest, I say one of the most nicest fighting games I've seen was Rage of the Dragons, which is basically an updated Double Dragon fighting game. And that was an amazing fighting game from SNK. I thought, rather from Playmore, I thought it was absolutely a spectacular game. All right? I mean, this could be brought over to the place, to the PSN. Man, maybe we could start seeing more beat 'em ups. Some old school styles beat 'em ups. You know what I'm saying? Like Sengoku. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that game was absolutely incredible. You know what I'm saying? Who remember Cadillacs and Dinosaurs? It was a side-scrolling arcade game that was by Capcom based off of a comic/cartoon. Man, that was an amazing game. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Knights of the Round Table, Knights of the Round. That was a great game. That was King Arthur, where you play as King Arthur, Lance, and Sir Lancelot, and I forgot the other guy, but yeah, Percival. I think it was Percival. Yeah, Percival. I think it was him. But yeah, but any event, you know what I'm saying? I mean, any event, yeah, man, that game was absolutely incredible. You know what I'm saying? Golden Axe even. I mean, you know what I'm saying? This is an encouragement to actually start going back to the era of ushering an era of new way just ushering an era. I'm sorry for my speech impairment. I want to say I'm just excited. Ushering in a new era of just great gaming, classic gaming at that, and start seeing some sales numbers go up. Not everything does have to be such a masterpiece, and there's nothing wrong with a masterpiece game. You look at Uncharted 4, the game is incredible. I mean, it's absolutely incredible. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool. But my thing of it is, overall, I feel that, man, it would just be absolutely phenomenal if we see stuff like this. I would like to see, I would love to see and continue to view how, that not only these fighting games are good, but to start to have longevity, to actually start creating more content, and just, and have options. Your sales will be absolutely incredible if you start giving back to your community the right way. So when you look at the negativity of what happened with Street Fighter V, take a look at the positive concepts and a different perspective of what this may bring. I'm going to predict right now that if King of Fighters 14 does very well with Street Fighter V, that if it does very well with in sales, and it outperforms Street Fighter V, we're going to see a new era of games, of fighting games. We're going to usher in a new era of fighting games, because we're going to start seeing everything go right back to roots, man. To see that this is what that gamers have missed some gems, some actual complete brand new gems, just absolute. That's I want to say brand new gems. They just completely just missed some gems that were from Street, in our fighting game era. Fighting games of yesteryear, to be honest with you, excuse me. So, I mean, when you look at that, you look at Samurai Shodown, you look at all these games, this can usher in some brand new era. And you won't see none of this bullcrap that you see in fighting, you have to be bound to anything of crazy DLCs and all this debauchery and whatnot. I think that's really stupid, man. I think it's completely crazy to see all that. But I personally think that this will definitely just usher in new content, new era, and then for these developers to say, man, let's take our time, look over what the players want, look at what these games are doing for this community, and start just catering to not just only a subset, a subset culture, or I would say a subculture, but at the same time, just actually give right back to the community, man. Give right back to the FGC. The FGC spans from what? Man, from many, internationally, man. From Japan, China, France, Europe, America. We can definitely see something completely unique in our games, man. And to start bringing back, wow, there is hope. This is what something that can be so. You know, and start taking a bit more risk, so you guys can definitely get some rewards, man. I'm not saying that everything needs to be perfect, but definitely at the same time, not everything should be just a colossal mess.
Cutting wins.
So, what I will end it. What I would end is this. I personally believe that with Street Fighter V, it has definitely brought some positivity and some hope to, you know what I'm saying, to our fighting game community, as to what could usher in a brand new era of life outside of Street Fighter. There are other fighting games out there, guys, than Street Fighter. There are even fighting games out there that may be even better than Street Fighter. And all you gotta do is just go take a look, because I assure you, there are out there. Okay, and if it may not be better than Street Fighter, they are either on par or as fun as Street Fighter, or maybe something completely different to say. Well, it's not Street Fighter, but you know what? This game is still fun and it pervades, some very intricate, just memories for us. You know what I'm saying? Some good intimate times, man. Because Street Fighter 5 is definitely a completely different game, but you're still playing Street Fighter nonetheless. And it, you know what I'm saying? And it feels differently a bit. It feels a bit differently, but overall it is still Street Fighter. But overall, guys, man, I'd say that we as the FGC, we still need to clean up. We just still need to step it up. But I personally believe that we still need to really kind of look at things on a positive perspective. And this is the positive perspective that I may have. So you guys, let me know what you think. What do you think what we will see in our fighting game community? What do you think we will see? And with this, what type of information that we got here, with this information we got here, what can we do to look at this? Because right now we can't change the sales in Street Fighter 5. We can't change what happened with Street Fighter 5 in terms of those sales. It underperformed. It is what it is. But take a look at it from a positive perspective. We got KOF 14 coming out now, and I'm not saying I'm hoping. Even I'm not gonna lie to you, I hope that it sells extremely well. But if it outperforms Street Fighter 5, what can we do with that? What can we do to introduce gamers to past KOF games, to past SNK games? What can we do to tell the developers that, look, this formula that you got here, the core gameplay elements here, is working. So what can we do to actually revert right back to the roots of core element gameplay, fighting games? Core fighting game gameplay elements. What can we do? What can we do to say, hey, SNK, can you please bring back Samurai Shodown 2? I would love to see more games like that. You know what I'm saying? For Izamu / Atlas, or I think it's Axis, to start taking, to see Arcana Heart, bring Arcana Heart, to start introducing Arcana Heart to the to the mass audience, because I'm gonna let you guys know right now, Arcana Heart is a great game, in spite of what many people would say about it. It is an absolute incredible fighting game. And if you haven't played it, you need to get you a PS3 and check it out yourself, or get on PlayStation. Or get on PlayStation Now and check it out for yourself. Get it. It's a great game. I want to see more diversity, and fighting game diversity at that, in our FGC. I want people to actually talk about this stuff. I like to, and guys, I'm telling you right now, man, there's gonna be some. I'm telling you, once I get more equipment and get some stuff out the way, I'm going to start recording more gameplay games and talk to you guys about these fighting games that came out back in the day and how good they were, and give you guys a perspective and not just some commentary, some college humor commentary, but actual commentary that's just going to give you guys a better perspective of understanding what these games are really about. And I'm not saying there's something completely wrong with you know, so with the comment, you know, with college humor commentary or whatever the case is, whatever the case may be, excuse me. The thing of it is, however, is that I like to kind of, if I were to see a review, if it's funny, it's funny, but man, this makes sense at least. So I want to give you guys something that's what's going to make sense to you. Alright, so here's to you guys. The ball is in your court now. What do you guys think? I'll go ahead and finish out, you know, this replay here so you guys can take a look. And yeah, just leave a comment, man. Subscribe if you like for more videos or discussion topics like this. You guys tune in to Monday Night Forums every Monday at 5:30, where I actually give some discussions on, you know, on games today and on gaming and everything else, my thoughts and interviews and whatnot. So you guys, you know, I give you guys solutions. So rather, you know, say if there are problems in our game community, we can talk about solutions. All right, and it's just all about fun. And also, June 10th, it's going to be the very first 6B DP dojo. All right, 6B DP dojo. That is the 6-button Duck Punch dojo. Kumite, 100-man Kumite for fighting games. All right, that's going to range from Dead or Alive 5 last round. Hopefully I'll try to do it mostly in Dead or Alive 5 last round. If not, I'll be doing it on not only just in that game, but also in Street Fighter 5 perhaps. But either way, I'm going to be going to ranked matches, lobbies, where players can come in, have a good time. You know, we're going to try to raise some money for our local children's hospital here in Georgia. You know, all right? So it's going to be for 24 hours. 24 hours, ladies and gentlemen. 24 hours. So yes, be prepared because it's going to be off the rip. And finally, we also got youtube.com/HyperRazor Studios. And if you guys have seen my play and chat sessions, is featured this guy, none other than Mr. Lightbreaker 0001. And you want to give him the news, man? Go ahead, you tell him. You give him the news.
All right. Okay, hey, how's it going, guys? This is HyperRazor Zeta. Kind of forgot that last part. But yes, I am working on trying to post some videos of my own. And if I have the chance, and I know there won't be any interruptions, I'll also be doing streams on Twitch TV. So, be sure to look out for that. But I'll mostly be doing videos. I'll be messing around with different games, fighting games, and of course maybe a bit of Final Fantasy XIV gameplay. So that's pretty much it for the moment. I've already posted a test video, and I may start posting some more down the line. But due to my hectic schedule, I don't have a definite time, but they'll be coming up as I go along. So be on the lookout. All right, so back to you.
Yes, guys. So it's YouTube. It's youtube.com/HyperRazor Studios, and so it's youtube.com/HyperRazor Studios. That's you know, HyperRazor Zeta, or Lightbreaker Zeta, right? Yeah. So it's Lightbreaker Zeta, aka Lightbreaker 0001. If you guys have looked at my old YouTube channel, he was known as OG Shiny Scrub. He's giving me that look and say, "Yep." But nonetheless, you know what I'm saying, you know, he's definitely back, you know, in effect. You know, he's going to be doing some YouTube videos, Twitch. We're going to be definitely going to be doing our Let's Play and Chat sessions. We're going to be doing that, Let's Play and Chats, where it's just good, clean fun with my best friend. Man, we've known each other for, man, 9, going on 10 strong years, man, and counting. So we may even do an anniversary special on that. You know what I'm saying? So, and we'll be doing dual streams. So on his end, you guys could check out his Twitch. On my end, you could check out my Twitch, or we may be doing some stuff on for YouTube as well. You know, if Sengoku Bizarre 3 was to ever come out, or any game that's something similar to that of Sengoku Bizarre was to ever come out for the PS4, man, oh man, I think that would be so amazing. You can definitely do, you know what I'm saying? So, and then also we have, you know what I'm saying, Samurai Warriors 4, We got for my games, we got Samurai Warriors 4. We have Warriors of Orochi 3. You know, we can still do our play and chat sessions on. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then you know, just a lot of other games that's just gonna be coming out soon. You know, I may even do a review of No Man's Sky, and that game happens to scare the pants out of me. And I mean, it's not in the sense of it's a horror element, as opposed to what the crap have they done to this game. And I mean that in a very good sense. Put it to this way, and just being flat honest with you, just put it to this way. The game is going to be featuring a 64-bit, all right? 64-bit, it's not so much a 64 bits, you know, in the sense of consoles or whatnot. We're talking about in a sense of how the game is running through like a perpetual random generator, all right? So basically means that it's running at 64 bits, meaning that there's going to be 18, I think is for every 1 bit, it's supposed to be 100 something odd or a million, thousand something. I can't remember what the units were, but overall, put it this way: the game is going to feature over 18 quintillion planets. Quintillion planets that you can actually traverse to and explore. The game doesn't have necessarily a set lore. There is a set lore in the game, and you can actually complete the game in 40 hours. But you'll also miss 99.9% of planets that you have, you know what I'm saying, that you have not, that you wouldn't discover. So if you was to really play the full game, you wouldn't even complete before you die.
Wow.
That's how weird it is. And the chances of you to even, and it's a multiplayer game, but the chances of you meeting yet another player in the said game is slim to none. So when you're out there on your own.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yes.
Crazy, ladies and gentlemen. So how is that going to work out for your mindset there when you're immersed in a game and you're set at a random planet? You don't start. You're at a random planet. You're at the edge of the planet. So you're going to be at the edge of the planet. You're going to be dropped in a random planet. Now, it's not going to be at a planet where everyone is going to be at. And the goal is that, of course, you have a, of course, you're going to survive. You're going to survive the flora and fauna of each planet. Basically, you can upgrade and all that. And then, of course, you can whatever data that you have accrued from those, from that planet, you can upload that data to your atlas. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be like think of well, basically it's like basically like a thing, like a recorder. All right, it's going to be like a planet recorder. All right, and that data will be transferred and transmitted to pretty much everybody that's playing the game. So if you discover a planet, everybody will know of it, and you just upload it to it. And of course, when you discover new data and everything you've recorded, right? What happens is overall is that you receive new currency, or right, you receive in-game currency, and now put towards your gear and everything else, and your peripherals. That's what's going to be helpful to you to even survive. You'll also have your plant, basically your ship that you can use, so you can you can traverse to from planet to planet. All right, and you can go into these ship battles and whatnot. It's going to be a first-person game, but overall, it's that immersive. So when you hear the term 18 quintillion planets, and this is all randomly generated planets. Even the music is randomly generated. Yeah. And they have been working extremely hard. So I'm thinking that if this game performs absolutely stunningly with a PS4, again, we're ushering in a brand new era of gaming, because we're going to start seeing a lot of immersion of our games. We're going to start bringing back the essence of gaming. And for me that loves games like, you know, beat 'em ups and combo games and stuff like that, that features combos and all that jazz, it's a really nice, I mean, I believe it's a kind of a nice way to stray away from what we used to, or what we're used to, and kind of explore what should be. You know, because what most people would think that, oh, this game is definitely what a first-person shooter should be about immersion. Yeah, right. Because you look at Battlefield 1, and everybody is so hyped for that. We're not even going to mention the travesty of the Call of Duty. We're not going to mention that. What I would say is that Battlefield 1 is looking impressive, but I'm gonna tell you guys right now, No Man's Sky, oh my goodness, I mean, I cannot believe how impressive that game looks, and let alone what it has done to me as a gamer and as an artist, and it's just the immersion factor. I haven't really been immersed in a game in quite a while, and I think that's going to blow away. It's going to blow your mind. Like, if you think Uncharted 4 is going to blow your mind, if it has blown your mind, you haven't seen nothing yet. So you guys need to check that out. So again, that's just some announcements. I may even do a No Man's Sky, preview or even review. If I get my hands on it. There's going to be some other games I'm going to get my hands on. You guys may even see Ask to Breed, because right now I've been told that there's some. Because I've been told that some fans out there right now, rather some viewers, my viewers out there, my coolies out there, if you will, have been saying that, man, you actually play Warriors of Orochi. So you guys may see some. So you definitely will see some Warriors of Orochi games. You'll definitely see Warriors of Orochi's run. You'll definitely see, some Samurai Warriors, Samurai Warrior 4 run. You'll definitely see some runs of those games, man. So you guys definitely keep an eye out on that. I'm definitely going to change this channel. Definitely putting this channel into, a completely different perspective, man. I mean, you guys are seeing the machinimas. I want to, increase the quality of those machinimas. For you players out there that likes, character designing, what I'm saying, such as character customizations or things like that. You'll definitely see that with DC Universe Online. You may start seeing that in Final Fantasy 14 soon. Many other games that features that, and something that I can explore, be immersed in, and definitely enjoy, and can purvey that, how you can create these character designs for you. I mean, this will be absolutely amazing. So you'll definitely see that pretty soon. All right. You guys are starting to see that now. And saying more stuff in terms of just machinimas, such as Double Dragon. I did that for DC Universe Online. My own story, and then also you have some other. I got plenty of other surprises for you guys to come. All right, guys, we're talking about Monday Night Forums. That's going to be amazing, right? I mean, I've been doing that so far. I even interviewed Hip Hop Gamer. I actually have another surprise along the way with this with another guest. And guys, I cannot wait to show you who that person is. All right. I mean, man, so montages, Metal Gear. All right, so more videos. You guys have been supportive with my with the discussion videos. So can't wait for that. You guys are gonna start seeing some guys soon. I got Street Fighter there. I still got some more Street Fighter videos. They're pretty old. But nevertheless, I'm going to upload them regardless. I'm going to do some more fighting game guys. I'm going to be doing that. You guys are going to start seeing more and more content on this channel. So you guys, I'm letting you guys know right now, man, please stick around. Stick around to this channel. Stick around, man. I want to say thank y'all. Be blessed. And by His grace, Sho'Nuff.